Media bias in the 2024 election, you decide. I'm going to be discussing 4 areas. Number 1 will be fact checking, policy coverage, a character assessment, and the last one will be dealing with tone and framing. But before I do that, let's talk about um, what journalism is, okay? I'm going to read this. The basic purpose of journalism is to provide the public with pertinent and accurate reports so that we can all make informed decisions on issues that affect us. Now, the media that I am referring to is mainstream. I'm talking about the major networks. Again, I'm talking about the major networks, and this is my opinion, okay? Number 1, let's deal with fact checking. Did they cover Trump and Harris the same? By that, were the candidates allowed to say any and everything that they want to say and they were called out? Absolutely not. Just about everything that came out of Trump's mouth was a lie. I'm not going to say that it was a falsehood, it was a straight out lie. But for some reason, um, they did not treat him and did not call him out the same way that they did Harris. In fact, with the first debate with Biden and Trump, there were nothing in place. Uh, uh, the journalists on CNN just allow them to say in and everything that they want to say, okay? And getting ratings or trying to get your questions across should not be the major objective, okay? Getting the candidates to answer the questions, calling them out if they're not doing so, going back and asking them the questions again. That's supposed to be the main thing, okay? I am young enough to remember when Walter Cronkite was doing the news and Dan Rather and also others. The journalism that is going on now is nothing, absolutely nothing compared to back then. We are not asking you to be easy on one side or one party and not the other, on one candidate and not the other. The only thing that we are requesting, and which should be in your oath, okay, if you are a legitimate journalist, is to ask the questions regardless of how they fall, okay, but not be afraid, not be scared, not be timid, okay, to call out candidates, okay, and that was exactly what happened, okay. Again, Trump can say in and everything that he wants to say, and there was nothing said about it. Very, very, very little said about it. Okay, I'm not going to say that there was nothing. There was very little said about it. Okay, and this is on the major networks. But though Harris, in and everything that she said was scrutinized. Okay, so again, it should be fair and balanced. But that was not the case. You cannot have one person say in and everything that they want to say and nothing is said about it. Okay? I mean that makes it seem like that you're normalizing what the person is saying. Okay, and that's not what democracy should be about. That is not what fair and balanced news reporting should be about. So you all, for the most part, did not do your job because you allow things that's not normal to become normalized. Okay, that's exactly what you did. Okay, the next thing deals with character assessment. With all of Trump's legal troubles, with all of his moral issues, that was glossed over. So much time was spent focusing on whether or not if Kamala was black, and hoping that when you ask her whether or not that she was black, that she would go off and that she would give you some more talking points so that you can use that against her. Okay. The issue should not have been whether or not she was black. Okay. By you doing that, you fail to focus on her credentials, and there's no comparison as far that she was a better qualified candidate than Trump. So there was bias there. Nothing was said about just about in and everything that he said, his moral character. Nothing was said about that. But again, I guess if the ratings are more important than holding a candidate accountable, then what should we expect? But you focus more on her career and her personal life than you did Trump. And please don't give the excuse, oh, that he's been vetted, that we know about him. No, no. You can try to slice and dice it any way you want to, but the coverage, the moral character of them were not covered the same. And although there was some who tried or who pretended that it was so, no, there's no question. I mean, you tried to spin it, oh, that you were being fair and balanced, but you were not. Again, I'm not talking to all of the major networks, but you know exactly where your heart was. But for all of you, you could have done a better job with calling out the things that he did, his moral compass, or the moral compass of the two, because one had a moral compass and the other one did not, and you all chose not to to even focus on that. You just glossed over that, and that's not doing a service to the American public. It is doing a disservice. Again, by doing that, you are normalizing his behavior, but you want to pick apart each and every single thing that she did and that she said. Okay. The next one deals with the um, um, tone. Okay. The tone of the campaign. A lot of this is interrelated. Trump could say things that you would not even want your kids, would not even want your grandkids uh, uh, to be around. that you do not consider him to be a role model, but you did not call him out on those things. Okay, you did not call him out on those things. When he did say things, and I'm just making sure that I cover everything. If you see me looking down, I'm just looking at some notes. If he did say something off the wall, oh, that's bold. Okay, that was your take for him, bold. Oh, that's just the way that Trump is. He is unconventional. Okay, but for her, when she said something, uh, oh well, that's like people have a difficult time connecting with her. Okay, so that's what you had to say about her. Now, mind you, now she did not say the vulgar things that Trump said, but you still had to try to find some way to get a dig into her. Okay, so she's arrogant. She does not connect. Okay, so that's what you had to say about her. Um, oh, how can I forget? She is not authentic. Okay, she's not authentic, and maybe that is because she did not come across, quote, as an angry black woman. Some people didn't consider her black enough, but then again, there are those who consider her too black. And when you could say that I could focus on what people were saying, okay, and not the policy issues, which is the last thing, okay, the policy issues. You want to critique her, make sure that she dotted every I and crossed every T. She gave policies. Trump did not give any, but he was given a pass. There wasn't anything that was said about that. There was not a focus on him not providing policy. Only I can fix it. But again, though, you all did not even ask, and you truly did not even push back on his lack of a policy, but you scrutinized everything that she said. Okay, she clearly gave policies on the economy, on everything that she was going to do. But that still was not good enough. Again, you all did not do your job. You were not fair. You were not unbiased. Okay, and again, you can try to can try to justify it, but again, your ratings were more important apparently than being fair and balanced. And again, make sure that you understand that I'm not saying that one should be treated differently than the other. I'm not saying that. In fact, I'm in, in fact I'm saying that they both should have been treated the same. The same standards applied to both. The same ethics applied to both. And that was not the case. Okay, that was not the case. As Van Jones said, Trump gets to be lawless, whereas Harris had to be flawless. The bottom line is that the two were not treated the same. So, with that being said, uh, um, I sincerely hope that in the future that the candidates consider independent avenues going there so that they can uh, uh, they can get their message across, because Trump had an ecosystem 24/7 that he was able to get his message out. Okay, was able to get his message out. Now again, there were one cable station, one or two, that they fact check Trump. Okay, like they did try to be fair. Okay, um, although sometimes they receive some pushback from the people who actually ran the station. Okay, but with the major networks, they could have done more. Okay, they absolutely could have done more. Um, I will give my prompts to MSNBC that they called it. If the Democrats were not doing what they were supposed to do, then they called them. They called them out. They called them out. So I will be the first to say that they called them out. Okay, they called them out. They at least tried to be fair, and they reported it. Okay, they reported it for both sides. But there are some of these stations, the main networks, and they could have done a better job, because when you don't call things out, then you are normalizing that behavior, and Trump's behavior should not be normalized. Okay, the behavior should not be normalized. The American public needs fair and balanced information from both sides. They actually need it from both sides. Um, Before I leave, I will say that um, we did everything that we could do. I know that a lot of you, that you may still be in shock. You're still trying to process what happened. But make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that you take care of yourself, okay? Because we need you. Um, this is just the beginning. We need you. So, by taking care of yourself, make sure that you drink your water, okay? We're getting close to the end of the year, and so make sure that if you have not, you get in the end of the year exams, okay? Exercise. As you can see, I'm out here. It is an absolutely gorgeous day. So, uh, exercise, okay? Walk, do whatever you need to do, so that you can get yourself to a place of comfort. It's okay to indulge in those comfort foods. It is okay to journal. Okay, make sure that you write your thoughts down, that you process what you're going through. Um, do not isolate yourself. Be around others. Be around family. Be around community. Also, use this as an opportunity to like to get some reading in. Like you can kind of if you need to decompress and you're not looking at the news, but you have a book that you been putting off reading, and you want to start reading. And for me, I have this right here, um, Shameless by Brian Tyler Cohen. I purchased this some time ago. And so I'm going to have a whole lot more time with changes. And so I need to read this along with some others. But above all, make sure that you take care of yourself, because some people may think that they won, um, and they may think that they won the battle, but the war is still out there. There's still so much for us to do. Because when you think about that, this is not just about you, that we were placed here to serve and not to be served to, that if we follow the teachings of Jesus, and I am a believer, then we hurt when our brothers and sisters hurt. But the thing about it is that there is so much here in this country for all of us. Okay, I mean, like there is enough for all of us to have a bit of the pie. Okay, so if you truly believe in being your brother and your sister's keepers, then you know that there's a whole lot for us to do. Okay, we have to be watchful. We have to just continue, continue, because again, it is not about us. And I will leave you by saying this, that individuals who have won Nobel Peace Prizes, they never won those things for something that will only benefit them, but it has always been for the betterment of society. Okay, and so as a woman and as a black woman, I say, and I know my worth, and I will say again that we will rise, that we will rise. We may have stumbled, we may be down, but it is only going to be temporary. And by that, I mean temporary. Yes, Wednesday, a lot of us were down, and we could not, didn't see the light. But we are doing so much better this day, the next day, because we know who we are and we know whose we are, and we know that we gone through worse things, and this is not going to deter us. Okay, it can't. There's too much at stake. So everybody, again, make sure that you take care of yourself and realize that there is just so much that we have to do, and you may be discouraged, but don't stay there, because that is what they want. Okay, but you have everything inside of you, and we are going to rise, and we're going to be stronger, going to be more empowered than before. Peace.